Time for another Miata project. Today I'm going to remove the driver's seat and start to strip off this old fabric because I bought new seat covers, not the slip-on kind, the actual replacement kind. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this stripped out. I can already tell this the foam right there is going to need some attention, so I'll have to get some adhesive for that. 4 bolts and 1 electrical connector for the speakers, and this will be out. I'll be able to go ahead and bring it in the garage for tonight and work on it. Stay tuned. Alright, the seat is out, and as you can see, it's pretty nasty under there. There's where that missing pedal cover went. This bolt was a little difficult to get out for some reason. The other 3 were no problem at all. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the vacuum and clean this out. Well, here's the driver's seat out of the car. As you can tell, it's very sad looking. Torn up on top, super faded, lots of wear. Although this is not as bad as a lot of them I've seen, especially for 1990. But we can do better. The frame is in good shape, all the plastic trim is in good shape. Like I said, this bolster right here, I can feel that it's separated like they all are. If I can glue that back together, it'll be totally fine. So I got a table set up in here, and I'm going to start to strip it. The disassembly is well underway. Got this side trim off, got the handle off. You need to kind of stick a screwdriver into there and smack it with the hammer. It's a friction fit. Couple screws here. This is not going to be a tutorial because there are instructions how to do this online. I actually have a 19-page instruction file that they sent me. Looks like it's pretty straightforward. No real issues. I think I'm going to use plastic cable ties instead of hog rings. It seems to be the way to go, and I have plenty of plastic cable ties, so I'll give that a shot. I know you have to cut all of these hog rings that are currently here and take everything off. I'm going to have to go to the store and get some supplies, some contact, like I was saying, some contact adhesive, and you know, a couple other things like that. So at the very least, I'd like to get this all stripped down tonight. We'll see how it goes. It's a work night, so can't be at this too terribly late. There is the connector for the speakers, which are in here. So, right, the bottom fabric is off the cushion. As you can see, this is pretty typically ripped right there, so I've got some adhesive and I'm going to glue that back together. The rest of it seems to be okay. These little metal rods are coming out, but there's not much I can do about that. You're supposed to put some spray adhesive for the new fabric onto the foam, which will help hold it in place. So that's what I'll do. We'll take the back off now. All right, this driver's side bottom cushion is all glued back together. The tape is only here because I used this 3M high strength 90 contact adhesive. I sprayed both surfaces, let it cure, I guess, for about 2 or 3 minutes, stuck them together, and they were completely stuck together. The tape is just there, maybe just as a little added protection over it, but the rest of it's in okay condition, so that's done. Now I think I'm going to take off the back, and then I can start to reassemble this thing. Hopefully it goes together without too much incident. Well, attaching the seat back here, this is very tedious, and the instructions that they emailed are useless because they don't really tell you much. I'm using zip ties instead of hog rings. That seems to be the way to go. I'll snip these off. This is the middle of the seat back. Anyway, I'm working my way from the top of the seat down, so this is going to take a lot longer than I had anticipated, but it's no rush. I have as long as I need. Well, I'm a little frustrated. I am not happy with the fit of these seats at all. These are a gigantic pain in the ass to install, and they just seem like they're too big. Everything's as tight as can be, and everything's cinched down, but this looks like crap. There's no way I'm gonna live with that. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. That's just not even acceptable. So I think maybe I'm just gonna stop for now, because I'm not gonna continue and have both of these look like this. There's no way I would be happy. So I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to find just a driver's seat cloth, just a bolt-in replacement. That seems like that might be the best alternative, and then just return these. They say they have 100% satisfaction guarantee for fitment, so I don't know. I'm not going to continue to keep installing these if that's the way they're going to look. I just don't understand. I mean, I'm doing everything right as far as I can tell from the crappy directions they gave, so I don't know. I guess I'll have to stay tuned to find out what I do. Guess what, everybody? Plan B just went into effect. I decided I wasn't going to be happy with those seat covers, so I happened to look on Craigslist, and lo and behold, found a very clean set of seats for this car. Got them for a good price, so it's definitely worth it. I didn't want to go aftermarket because I prefer the, the look of OEM, especially in a car like this. So this was a perfect find. They're in really good shape. Teeny tiny bit of wear. The driver's bolster right there. Basically just some, I could probably clean that up actually. No rips. They're not as faded, not nearly as faded as the ones that are in there. So I'm going to go ahead and vacuum these and clean them, and then I'll steam clean them again, let them dry, and I'm going to put these in the car. Now, as far as the other seat covers go, I'll maybe send those back or sell them locally for a good price or something. But just decided I'm going to be way happier with these, so it's a good find. Gonna throw a quick steam clean on the new seats, so I figured I'd film that. Anyway, you get the idea. These aren't nearly as bad as the original seats, so I'm going to go ahead and get these cleaned and let them dry overnight before I put them back in the car tomorrow. Well, there's the nasty water that came out of these seats. And they were actually pretty clean, but not that clean. Anyway, more tomorrow when they're dry and they go back in. I got both seats cleaned, dried, and they're mounted, and they look great. Very happy with the seats. The only thing that was really letting the interior down at this point, well, one of two things actually, besides the steering wheel, I picked up some new floor mats. See, the ones on the left are original. They were just pretty ratty and they didn't really stay in place, so I picked up a aftermarket set, cut to fit. They don't have the Miata logo, but that's okay because they were a third of the price. So I think I can live without the Miata logo. So I'll go ahead and throw those in the car. And here they are. They match really well. They look much better than the old ones. So the interior of this car is pretty much going to be done, with the exception of the steering wheel cover. I ordered a leather wrap from Redline and I'm waiting for that to come in. I ordered black with red stitching, so I think that's really going to match the inside of the car. You can see everything looks really nice. So that's going to do it for the seat project. Very happy with the way these turned out. They're nice and clean. They're in really good shape. So, very happy. Now I can turn my attention to the outside, and it needs lots of help. But that's another day. That'll do it for now. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.
Oh, come on, damn it! Oh, that sounds good.